I just recently graduated from college with a bachelor's degree in business. I enjoyed the experience and the friends I made there, and if I had to relive the entire thing over again, I would, but with a few changes. Let me explain what I mean. I met and befriended a classmate named Jack in my accounting class. He was really smart and opinionated, and I was impressed. One day he invited me to hang out with him and his friends on a Friday night. I had a really busy class schedule, a student job in my department, which was working with a group of fellow students to help a small local business in the area grow, and I barely had a social life outside of the weekend, but I agreed to hang out with him and his friends. So, on Friday, I went to Jack's house and met most of his friends. We played some games on Jackbox and we had a good time. I noticed one of his friends named Bert stared at me every now and again. I didn't mind it at the time because I knew that, well, I was a stranger to Jack's friends and they had a right to be suspicious of me. I hung out with them twice, but I decided to distance myself because I couldn't fit in with that group. I tried to go about my day going to my classes and hung out with my own friends, but then I started to notice Bert on my way to at least 2 of my classes. I tried to get to know him better, but after I realized that, he was really intense. I decided to keep my distance, but seeing him around, every time I ran into him, I felt more and more uncomfortable, especially when I was alone with him. One day, I was alone at my student job's office when Bert decided to visit. I foolishly let him inside and closed the door behind me. I was studying for a class and Bert sat so close to me that he was invading my personal space. He was sitting opposite of me and he tried to caress my arm while comparing female urges to boiling water. But he stopped when I moved back. He kept talking about things that were really inappropriate, but I did my best to ignore him. When he finally left, I quickly texted Jack and told him about Bert and his behavior, and that it made me feel icky. Jack promised me that he'd talk to him, and to make sure to let him know if Bert ever did anything like that ever again. After that, any time I would see Bert, he did his best to avoid me. I don't know what Jack said to him, but I'm eternally grateful to him for looking out for me.